Environmental studies is defined as the branch that deals with approach about the natural world and impact of humans on its integrity. Environmental studies is multidisciplinary because it comprises various branches of studies like both A and B: chemistry, physics, medical science, life science, agriculture, and public health. The word environment is derived from the French word environ, means surroundings. The scope of an environmental studies includes all of the above. To prevent the environment from further degradation, what is important? Environmental protection awareness, public participation, and laws. Sustainable development can be achieved by restricting the use of renewable resources, controlling the growth rate of world's population, controlling the menace of population. What is the organizing principle for meeting humans' needs while sustaining natural system? Sustainable development. The term sustainable development was first used by World Environment Report. Environmental pollution cannot be prevented by none of the above. Increasing population, urbanization, poverty have exerted pressures on natural resources. What does an environmental studies deal with? All of the above. Which of the following is a renewable resource? Hydropower. Which of the following is a non-renewable resource? Fossil fuels. What are 8 species? Species which become abundant in ecotone. What is the ultimate goal of sustainable development? A society where living conditions and resource use continue to meet human needs without undermining the stability of natural systems. What is mission life about? Promoting low carbon lifestyle. What does low carbon lifestyle aim at? Reducing greenhouse emissions. Which of the following is an example of a low carbon lifestyle practice? All of the above. What is the main purpose of promoting a low carbon lifestyle? To mitigate climate change. What constitutes the cultural environment? Economic, social, and political elements. What is the role of environmental education? All of the above. What is the importance of studying environmental studies? Protection, conservation, understanding environmental issues, and finding solutions to the environmental problems. What is the primary component of an ecosystem? Both biotic and abiotic. Which of the following is considered a producer in an ecosystem? Plants. What type of ecological pyramid is always upright? Pyramid of energy. In a food chain, which level typically has the most energy? Producers. What is the main role of decomposers in an ecosystem? Break down dead organic matter. What is ecological succession? The gradual process of change in species composition in an ecosystem. Which term describes organisms that feed on dead organic matter? Decomposers. What is the primary source of energy for most ecosystems? Sunlight. Which type of food chain starts with detritus food chain? What does an ecological pyramid illustrate? The energy flow among trophic levels. Which type of organism occupies the first trophic level in a food web? Producers. In which ecosystem do you find phytoplankton as a primary producers? Aquatic ecosystem. What is the primary factor that influences the structure of an ecosystem? Climate, soil, biotic interactions, all of the above. Which of the following best describes the food web? A complex network of feeding relationships. What happens to energy as it moves up trophic levels in a food chain? It decreases significantly. Which ecological concept refers to the variety and variability of life forms within an ecosystem? Biodiversity. What is meant by trophic level? A position in the food chain based on feeding relationships. Which processes involve the transfer of nutrients from one organism to another through consumption? Energy flow. What type of succession occurs after a forest fire? Secondary succession. In terms of biomass, which trophic level usually has the least amount? Tertiary consumers. Which factor is not considered a biotic and abiotic component of an ecosystem? Plants. What term describes species that are introduced to an area where they are not native? Invasive species. What is the main purpose of ecological pyramid? To illustrate energy transfer and biomass distribution. Which type of consumer feeds on both plants and animals? Omnivore. Which one is the characteristic feature of aquatic ecosystem compared to terrestrial ones? Presence of water as a primary component. Which type of resource can be renewed again? Renewable resource. Which of the following is a non-renewable resource? Coal. Deforestation primarily leads to which consequence? Soil erosion. What is the main cause of desertification? Overgrazing. Which of the following is an example of renewable energy resource? Biomass. What percentage of land in India is classified as plain? 41%. Which method is used to prevent soil erosion? Planting of trees. What is the primary factor leading to land degradation in Madhya Pradesh? Deforestation. Which resource is known as black cotton soil? Black soil. Which energy source is considered non-renewable? Petroleum. The process of soil conservation involves protecting soil against loss. Which one is a consequence of overexploitation of water resource? Droughts. What is the main cause of sheet erosion? Water. Which of the following is a characteristic of renewable resource, sustainable and replenishable? Which energy generation method has the least environmental impact? Solar power. The term Khadir refers to which type of soil? Alluvial soil. Which method helps to break up the force of wind to prevent soil erosion? Shelter belt. What is a major consequence of deforestation and climate change? Which one represents a potential resource for a nation and resource? The sustainable development concept emphasizes development without environmental damage. What causes conflicts over water resources intentionally? Overpopulation, climate change, and unequal distribution. The primary source of energy for hydroelectric power is water. Soil erosion can be minimized by planting cover crops. Which one is not a consequence of over irrigation? Increased fertility. Natural resource accounting helps in assessing resource depletion and sustainability. How many biogeographic regions are present in India? 10. Which of the following has maximum genetic diversity in India? Mango. Which area in India is a hotspot of biodiversity? Western Ghats. What is an example of ex-situ conservation? Seed bank. Which of the following is not observed in biodiversity hotspots? Lesser inter-specific competition. Which region is known as mega diversity nation? India. What does IUCN stand for? International Union of Conservation for Nature. Which of the following is a threat to biodiversity? All of the above. What is endemism? Species unique to a specific location. Which area in India is not a biodiversity hotspot? Ganges River. What percentage of original habitat must a region have to qualify as a biodiversity hotspot? 30% or less. Which of the following is an example of in situ conservation? National park. Which species is critically endangered in India? All of the above. What does biopiracy refer to? Theft of biological resource. Which is not a characteristic of biodiversity hotspots? Low human population density. The Western Ghats are recognized as one of the world's hottest hotspots. Which community plays a crucial role in biodiversity conservation? Indigenous communities. What is the main goal of conservation biology? To protect and restore biodiversity. Which document aims to protect biodiversity globally? Convention on Biological Diversity. Which type of diversity refers to the variety of ecosystems within a region? Ecosystem diversity. How many biodiversity hotspots are recognized globally? 36. What is the primary cause of habitat destruction? Climate change, urbanization, overpopulation. Which organization assesses the conservation status of species worldwide? IUCN. The term biodiversity encompasses which levels? Genetics, species, and ecosystem. Which type of conservation involves protecting species in their natural habitats? In situ conservation. What is the primary cause of air pollution? Deforestation, industrial emissions, agricultural practices. Which gas is a major contributor to acid rain? Sulfur dioxide. What is eutrophication? Overgrowth of algae in water bodies. Which type of waste is considered hazardous? All of the above. What is the primary source of marine pollution? All of the above. Which pollutant is primarily responsible for global warming? Carbon dioxide. What is the main effect of noise pollution on human health? Hearing loss. What is solid waste management? Collection and disposal of solid waste, recycling and composting, treatment and reduction of waste. Which process leads to ozone layer depletion? Chlorofluorocarbons. What is an effect of climate change? In rising sea levels and decreased biodiversity. Which type of pollution is caused by excessive use of fertilizers? Water pollution. What is the main component of smog? Particulate matter. How does plastic pollution affect marine life? It causes ingestion and entanglement. Which gas contributes to respiratory problems when inhaled? Carbon monoxide. Which one method is to control air pollution from vehicle? Implementing stricter emission standards. Which pollutant can lead to acid rain formation? Sulfur dioxide. Which type of waste includes discarded electronics? E-waste. Which phenomenon associated with climate change? More frequent heat waves. Which type of pollution results from mining activities? Air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution. What contributes to soil erosion? Deforestation, overgrazing, urbanization. Which one is the major impact of global warming on agriculture? Changes in growing seasons. What is the one control measure for municipal solid waste management? Recycling programs. Which type of pollution can be reduced by using renewable energy sources? Air pollution. What is the one consequence of marine pollution on human health? Contaminated drinking water. How can acid rain affect ecosystems? Lower soil pH and harming plants.